So today, shout out to Live Alpha. We are here about to get an arm workout in. This is gonna be a bicep master plan. I'm gonna show y'all efficiency at its finest, all right? I don't like to waste time, all right? I like to get in, get what I absolutely need. I'm telling you, we're gonna get a hell of a pump with this workout and then get out of here, bomb, all right? Man, you my bro. I've been knowing you for a long time. Give the people some like words of advice for like consistency, because we are two people that have been in the industry a long time, right? Okay. You know, and a lot of people come and go, right?
I mean, we're
long time.
We've been OGs for 10 years.
Right? And like staying fit, staying in shape, all of that stuff. Tell me, what's your secret to longevity?
Oh, I mean, I think the best piece of advice I was ever given was it's not how much you lift, it's how well you lift it, which made me focus, more on longevity and doing things to be a bodybuilder as opposed to lifting with ego, which can get you hurt and it's not sustainable. That's been training with guys like Dexter and being around those guys up at Gold's. I mean, you just got to find a reason to get up and do it. I think the hardest thing is most people fall off. They don't have the discipline and will it takes to do this. I mean, this isn't especially young kids out there. Like, you understand, you're 22, 23 doing this. How old are you when you started training?
All my life, really. So
this isn't. If you think this is going to be a couple-year hobby, it's not. This is going to be an addiction that's going to take you from tomorrow's lift till the day you die. You're going to be doing something. Or you're going to want to be a part of the gym or be a part of this, community. And it's just finding ways to, create new goals or attacking different things in a different way, different styles of training, going to different gyms, meeting different people. Trying new things, being open, having, it's like what, if your goal is, let's say, to bench 315 or something, it's like, once you're 315, then what? It's like, there's got to be something else. But the ultimate goal has to be a sustainable passion for the gym, the love of lifting weights, this community that's going to take you, like I said, from tomorrow to the day you die. And the best part about that journey isn't going to be how good you look, because that fades. Right? I'm not who I was 10 years ago, but I have relationships with amazing people like Mike that have been formulated over 10, 15 years, right? And I'll know this man till the day I die, and that, those relationships, those bonds you create, that's the prize, man. That's the benching 315. That's the winning Mr. Olympia to me. That's what keeps me going.
It's interesting you say that, bro, because it's like, we know each other, but not like that, right? But there's nothing stopping us from whatever point of life we at from getting to know each other deeper, right? And this is something that I really think about. Like, we're very similar. We're both crazy about this thing in here. You know what I'm saying? We probably both look better than dudes half our age, can outdo whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to brag or make anybody feel any way, but that should be a wake-up call if we are crushing you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we have certain elements that are very similar, as far as like one thing, which is an elephant in the room, is restraint, right? A person that, like, I talk a lot to the young dudes in my community, right? And I always say to the capable man, you're a capable man, I'm a capable man. Capable man is a man who can, he's earning money, he can get all the girls he wants, he could do this and do that, move how he wants to, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's very important for people who can have excess of whatever to not. Because we both believe in God. So we believe in what happens after this life. And if you take all your rewards now, there's nothing for you after this. You feel me? Look, God gonna be like, oh, you did everything you wanted to do there. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. And people might think, oh, well, that's boring, but it's not, right? Now, full transparency, I used to move like that. And it's such a dirty, empty, you feel just alone, empty, dirty, used up. You damaged yourself socially, you know what I'm saying? If you got good people in your life, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that y'all don't want to have to go through. And when you are capable, when you can do this, do that, do whatever, and you don't, when you're polite to people, when you're a big, intimidating looking dude, but you're a nice person, you're a gentleman, when, you can have 6, 7 chicks, but you don't, right? You focus on one woman and treat her good, whatever you want to do, that's on you. But I'm just saying, like, when you are generous, you have listen, if you have a bunch of stuff, what is it good just keeping it all and buying things for yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? These are characteristics that make a man just really glow and have a magnetic attraction for what's right and what's good. And man, you one of them guys, brother.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to move that way too. And then I learned over the years,
Yeah,
like you said,
we learn.
you learn, you grow, you see what is important in life. You start to want to emulate the people in your life that are very much godlike and display those characteristics. And and it's crazy because a lot of the stuff I do, right, the videos I do, I always tell people to do better. I never say be perfect. I say do better. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I'll ever say to somebody, especially when they're accountable and they apologize, is, listen, when I was 25, I did things I would kick my own ass for. And I would look at that man. If I could talk to myself at 25, I'd say, hey, clean this up. Don't do that bullshit. You get right here, do this. So, life is about evolving, becoming a better man, and allowing those relationships and the people around you to not just benefit from that, but to want to emulate you, right? Like, it's, to me, I want people, like I think one of the greatest things about what I could do today is I don't have to impress people with my physique anymore. Like, it's my word of mouth and the message I have and my heart and my soul and, my belief in God and my faith is what a lot of people see and they can connect with and they're inspired by, as opposed to how much I can bench or, don't get me wrong, I still train hard and I still want to look great, but my goal has completely changed, over the past 10 years to, what I want people to remember me by, what I want my legacy to be. And I think that's a big part of it. So.
Nah, I love when you had a shift in content, right? It's dope. I always tell people, like, when you sit in counsel with somebody and they're trying to, like, figure it out, they be like, fitness model, like, take that model word out of your vocabulary. Get people with this, right? This is a proof of concept of what you're selling with this works. The body is a receipt, you know what I mean? Because people could say anything. Oh, no, you know how many people I talk to, like, maybe at the gym or whatever, they're trying to lose weight, and then I'm like, well, what's your diet like? And they tell me, like, they're eating perfect. I'm like, you're not. I'm looking at you, you know what I'm saying? The body is a receipt. See, language, verbal communication, to me, is an inferior form of communication because it's the easiest corruptible form of communication. People can lie, you know what I'm saying? So,
I like that. The body's a receipt. You can't be dishonest about the way you look.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and then you can match it up with somebody's age and how they look. That tells me a lot right there. You know what I mean? So we gotta be mindful of different forms of communication, energetic, and trust what you see. Don't trust what you hear. Trust what you see. You know what I'm saying? Because people will tell you anything.
Yeah, but still, emphasize. You still want your word to mean something. You still want people to be able to trust your word.
Your word should be your word, but unfortunately, a lot of people are not. And look, I don't think people lie all the time out of malicious reasons. Sometimes it's embarrassment.
It's out of fear.
Out of fear, all of that. You know what I did, bro? In 2022, I told God, I'm gonna start fasting once a week, right? So I fast every Monday, but give me better communication skills. Not just me being able to articulate, but receive communication, what people are trying to say. Because sometimes when people are speaking, they're not trying to be malicious, like we said, but they're not being honest for a multitude of different reasons. So, and I dealt with that with people, and I'm like, this is crazy, but they said this, but they're not a bad person, but
everybody has their own agenda at the end of the day. And a lot of people's agendas, and some agendas are good, some are not so good, and some are subconsciously not good. Like some people just, the way their life experience brought them out, they're just, they're survivors, or they're people that, will claw and eat and do what they have to survive and take advantage so that they, can not have the fear or the scarcity of what they once didn't have. So that will try to manipulate and steer them, and that's okay. And listen, and that's okay. Those people are out there. It doesn't mean that you're better than them. Doesn't mean that you judge them. If anything, it should make you want to help them and understand them and show them compassion. That's being, Christ-like. And today, when I see these people or I have these people around me, if I choose to allow them near me, it's very, it's not all the time, but when it is, it's more in hopes of, hey, let me understand you. Let me try to be somebody that can inspire you and help you move the way I move now and be better. Because I was there, right? We were all there once. We all needed somebody. So.
speaking of Jesus, peace be upon him, you know, people really like, it's not my place to chastise anybody about anything. You know, I'm not perfect myself. But it does pain me when people are standing on Jesus, right? Peace be upon him, but they're not, right? When I see like, there's a lot of things, there's people so mean-spirited. When Jesus would wash people's feet that followed him, you know what I'm saying? Let he without sin cast the first stone, right? You're not stoning that woman, you know what I'm saying? You see how judgmental we are nowadays, and like, he was nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I think people should really like, we do everything so surface level, and people should just stop. Lao Tzu said, there's a book I like called Tao Te Ching. He said, this book is like thousands of years old, but it's so wise. It's simple and wise. One of the things that he said, he who defines himself doesn't really know who he is. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So we're always on this, on that. What are you? What does it mean to be this or that? You know what I'm saying? I gotta check myself all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's really be what we desire to be, what we claim to be. You know what I'm saying? In here, behind closed doors, before we're so big and public about it on social media. You know what I'm saying? And even me, like, I try my best to do right by the word, right? But I have to check myself a lot. Like, yo, bro, be quiet about that and just do it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? To where it becomes just a muscle memory or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Being of what God commands us to be. So, you know, little nugget. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Thank you for the bill, bro.
God bless you, man.
Yeah, same to you, brother.
Hi, Mom.
The heavier I go, it doesn't feel great on my shoulder. Yeah, I remember a few weeks ago, I hurt my shoulder really bad. And then while I was at Just Train, shout out to the doctor, she did some work on my shoulder to feel better. But I'm noticing the heavier I go with this angle, it starts hurting a little bit more. So now what I'm gonna do, I ain't gonna stop, of course not. So I'm gonna switch to like side hammer curls. I might even go here or here. I'm gonna see how it feels, okay? So that's the play right now. I need more reps. I don't like to move on from a particular movement until I have that feeling. Until I feel like, yep, it's time to move on. So I gotta go a little bit longer.
You still going to those appointments?
I haven't, you know what I'm saying? But I will. Inshallah, I will. So, but it's just that's on the other side of town. So it'd have to be when I'm out there. Shoulder was hurting from this angle, so I switched it up. No pain. Now, a key thing to think about when you're doing curls, hammers or regular, is only a small period in which you're getting that tension, that time of the tension. You feel nothing here. You start feeling it around here, and you're pulling here. So you want to make sure you slow down to make sure you're getting the most out of that, and come down kind of slow while you're in those areas, right? Here, don't really feel nothing, it's easy. But once you get here, you start feeling it, so move slow. Feel that squeeze, and when you're coming down, feel that squeeze. It's called negative, so you're getting double the work out of that one movement.
How many reps are you doing?
Just 10, but I'm doing quality reps, right? If you pay attention, I'm coming down, I'm hitting that danger zone, that red zone slow, and coming down slow, especially on a come down, okay? So, you know, I don't go by the number of reps, I go by the feel. I need to feel like I'm really taxing that muscle. I need to feel like it's really working, and I can feel a pump, you know what I'm saying? I feel it coming right now.
But would you then say, like, if I were to do a lighter weight and do more reps to get tired versus a heavier weight I'm gonna do less reps. But
That's
still
a
get
strategy.
tired.
That's a strategy too, to go light and do more reps. I don't have time for that. Depending on how low you go in weight, you have to do a lot of reps and really slow. I'd rather just increase the weight. It's not too heavy, but keep increasing the weight so that, I can get a good amount of reps and a good amount of weight. So that the heavier the weight is that you're pushing through, the more it's tearing the muscle fibers. The more you tear the muscle fibers, the stronger and bigger and more capable it grows back. People don't understand this, but when you're doing resistance training, you are training your nervous system, you're training your body against a threat. Your body is taking this as a threat, like a fight, like you're trying to fight whatever that is off of you. It doesn't understand, oh, he's just in the gym working out, right? You may not be super efficient at doing it. That's why you grow muscles, to get efficient at doing it. But your body's like, I need to prepare him for when that happens again the next time, right? When that big ass, whatever it is on him, he'll get it off a lot easier. As you get bigger, stronger, you need to increase the weights, increase the tension, increase the stress that you're putting on your body. We're gonna go to a machine right now. It's a preacher curl. Preacher machine. Pin loaded. Seems easy, and it is. That's why we're gonna do it a little bit different. All right, we ain't gonna do this 10 and 10. Just watch, let's go. This is how you get the most out of these machines. You abuse it. You don't just come and do what they, oh, look. If you wanna look like that guy, you do what he do. All right, but that's not the vibration. So we're gonna manhandle this. We're gonna do it how we decide to do it. See where I'm sitting? This ain't even a seat, I'm sitting on the back. Like I'm in VIP at the club, right? But this is the club I'm in these days. All right, so anyway, get all the way down on it, right? That's why I stand or hover. And let's go. All right. All right, 15. Switch sides, same thing. Keep watching. All right, I gotta adjust this because I'm not getting a full range. So pull that out, go down. That's the furthest to go. So now right back at it. So we just did 15, 15. I'm getting a better range now.
Creatine kicking yet?
There's no way to tell. You don't feel it really, but you know when you're training because creatine is not something that you feel like a pre-workout, right? But you feel it in your training because you're able to get where you'll normally be like kind of like, oh, this shit hurt. You can keep pushing. So you get more gains out of being on creatine. So I take it so consistently, my cells are saturated. So I get ferocious pumps and I can keep training with the pump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 15, 15, 10, 10. Now right back at it. 8. So I gotta get 8 over here. I'm gonna tell y'all, my left arm is getting fatigued faster. It's got something to do with that injury. It must be a nerve impingement or something, because this arm feels strong, this one doesn't. So we did 8, 8 now. Ah. 6. Well, shit, I'm fatigued right now. So I feel like I'm strong over here, but I'm not. It's crazy. Four. We ain't done even after this fourth. Check it out. Now we go up and weight to both arms. I'm not going crazy though. Boom. This is how you complete it. That's muscle failure right there. God damn. So 15-15, you don't touch the weight. You put it on it, you leave it. Unless it's too light. 15-15, 10-10, 8-8, 6-6, 4-4, and then go up and weight. Get as many as you can get. All I was able to get is like 5. All right, so this will be probably the last exercise for now. We'll do a cable curl with this guy right here.
So you basically only did 3 exercises.
Yeah, but you do it right. It's not how many exercises you do. People try to get too exotic. Stick to the basics. Stick to the basics, yo, I'm telling you, best friend. But do it right, do it correctly. You don't see me doing 3 sets and moving on. You see me doing what's effective, what burns me out before I move on, okay? I could do 1 exercise for a body part and get a phenomenal workout, and I do that sometimes. So, you know, it's about just taxing that muscle, putting belt to ass for that particular body part.
What did he say?
Arms, you know, it's not a big muscle group. So biceps, like curls don't seem so crazy, but it is for this, the best thing you can do for your biceps. So like, for instance, a leg day can be just squats. A bench day can be just bench press. It's the, whatever is the priority movement, that can be the entire workout if you do it correctly. That's a fact. The basic movements that can really put mass on your body effectively and efficiently. All of this exotic stuff, y'all can have it. The only time you'll see me doing something out of the ordinary is if I'm in a strength block. Like when I was powerlifting and I needed to get my bench press up to 500 pounds, you'll see me throwing on a slingshot or something like that. But I'm not doing that right now, so you're not seeing me doing those things. But I see people who are just training people, regular everyday people who want to get in shape, put size on, look good, and they got them doing all this weird stuff. Y'all thinking too much into this, you know what I'm saying?
So you keep it basic.
Keep it basic, baby. It's a phrase, keep it simple, stupid. That's the best policy. Straight up. Put your body all the way down here. Put your elbow up against here. Lean back. If you here, you ain't getting that same resistance as if you back here. Getting a hell of a pull. All right. Boom. I don't know how much I can get, but we're gonna see.
You're almost done. You've only been there for like an hour at most.
It'll take a long time. Look, there's times that I come in and I try to get it in 30, 35 minutes and it's a wrap. And sometimes I'm in here for 2 hours. It depends on the day. If I'm training dolo or with people, what my intentions are that day, what I got to do during the day. Like if I got a busy day, and I know I got a busy day, my workout, I'm gonna plan my workout to be super effective, but very short, right? You gotta have somewhat of an instinctual nature to how you train because, you know, you have to feel your body. You write everything down, that's a guideline. Just like the programs I provide for people is a guideline. Stay in that guideline, it's gonna get you there. You might have to change a thing or two here and there to feel it properly, right? But stay in that guideline. We all need a guideline, we need a plan. People don't, I see people all the time in the gym consistently, you can't even tell they train or they never look better. Sometime over time they start looking worse. What's the issue? The issue is the lack of a proper plan, a proper protocol, right? A protocol that actually works. So a lot of people just think that doing it is enough, and that's not. Listen, this is like ingredients, but it takes a lot more than just the ingredients. You need an actual plan. You need a recipe, a proper recipe. All right, so there's people like myself, and there's other professionals in my space that we're chefs. We have recipes, and we provide recipes, blueprints, right? You wanna build a house, you go to an architect. for blueprints. You want to build your body, you come to an architect for blueprints, the same thing.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Well, all right, so this is not heavy weight at all for me, but it feels so heavy. That's what you want. The end of your workout, you so strong. You ain't worked out hard enough. I love this. Let me know I got my money today. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That was a litmus test. That was a test to see where I was at. I'm good.
How's your shoulder feel though?
Shoulder feel fine. I protected it. After that first set, I was like, all right, let me go into my Neo in the Matrix phase. And I protected it. I'm lifting, navigating around the pain. That's something that you'll learn over time. You serious about training and all of this stuff, right? Remember, I'm 49 years old.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It'd be foolish to think that I don't have aches and pains. I do. But I love this lifestyle so much. I love training so much. I love what I do so much. I'm gonna find ways to navigate around the pain, right? That's life. If you stop every time you're in pain, life will suck for you. You're gonna be a crybaby. You'll never accomplish anything because most things in life is painful. Anything valuable, you are a fool if you think you'll get anything worth having and won't endure pain. Furthermore, when you experience pain or painful things, painful events, smile. It's a blessing from Allah because once you go through it, you're that much stronger. Think about the people who stop when they feel the pain. They're like, oh, no. It's scary. Fucking go through it anyway. Head up, chest out. That's how you fortify yourself. Matter of fact, whatever beauty or glow or resilience that you have as a man, it only comes from enduring the pain. Let me have it. I'll handle it. That kind of work, that kind of energy.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
What men should aspire to do or to be, or the characteristics that we should embody, is resilience. When we see something difficult, we run to it. Battle ready, capable, all of those things. So that's just a little lesson, a little seed I want to plant for y'all. Anyway, go down below. Make sure you check out the new YouTube channel, Tafa Court. It's mostly masculine and intellectual and Islamic content for those who are interested in that. We just recently hired a new retail rep, specifically for like Vitamin Shoppe, which our biggest retail partner. We love Vitamin Shoppe. Salute. They love us, the Ambrosia Collective. So we brought her out here. She's in Florida, but we're gonna go to a few different stores, a few different vitamin shops. I'm gonna show y'all what it's like behind the scenes, the stuff that we really do that y'all don't get to see. I'm gonna give y'all a peek into how, you know, a person in the fitness space, in the entrepreneur space, actually runs his business. What you gotta understand is this: with anything that you do, systems is required, right? You gotta have a system. And so with this particular position, this retail rep, she needs a system because we want to duplicate her success across the country, right, with other people. So we are right now putting together the SOP and we're gonna go through it. So what the SOP entails is like literally everything. It's very thorough, so there's no guessing on what should I do. So they have what they should do the day before, how they pre-visit preparation, a store entry protocol, a shelf audit, staff education, because that's needed sometimes, sampling and demos,
Lamborghini certificates,
Lamborghini guests. I'm sorry, Lamborghini gifts is part of it.
Wine bottles, we take those usually.
Really, the Hennessy XO bottles.
Yeah, the Louis bottles.
Louis 13th. So all of that goes into the SOP, so they know exactly what they're getting. Because like I said, you know, Vitamin Shoppe is like a great partner of ours, and you know, they show us a lot of love. We gotta give it right back, you know.
Mike, he's sitting in your chair.
That's his chair. I'm in my chair. That chair, it look cool and it look good, but it do not feel good. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not comfortable.
It is not the vibration. That's why you see it over there. All right, so this is Francesca. She's new to the team. She will be our retail rep. She will be an extension of us, you know, dealing with Vitamin Shoppe and whatnot. So welcome to the
Thank
spot.
you. Happy to be here.
Customer complaint heard on floor, listen, capture details, route to customer service with a personal note. Don't ignore it. Planogram violation, address respectfully or firmly. Not firm. Be respectful.
Put him in a headlock.
Hold him against the wall. If you hold him against the wall, you need to have him up higher enough to where the feet dangle.
Gotcha.
All right.
It was something you had posted. It was like about like the creatine. Like there was like a yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't got it. It's so you know you have creatine, the basic level creatine, but then you have Create Pure, which we had that, but now it's a higher level. It's called Purist. We got that, and with acetic acid as well. So it's like top of the top. So it's pure. It's 100% pure, right? So when you know people talk about bloating from creatine, it's because it won't really break down, and your body's just pushing water to it to try to like absorb it. That's why people get puffy. Yeah, pure creatine don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like ours don't do that. It absorbs in the body properly, and the acetic acid it increases the absorption rate and the bioavailability, and it like decreases your recovery time. It's just like the best of the best.
For some reason, they talking about like the crystallized or something like that. Yeah, like certain like creatines and stuff. I mean, now I'm getting used to it now. I just started taking like creatine like that.
Yeah, creatine's fire, man. Like the benefits, especially for the cognitive, not just your body. Yeah, but like a lot of these. What creatine do you take now?
It's just occasional.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
that ain't it, dude. That ain't it. None of these plant-based proteins got a complete amino acid profile. That's important because you gotta understand, amino acids is the building block of muscle, right? You need it. Plant protein don't have it. I don't know why, but ours do. We fortify ours to have a complete amino acid profile. So you sit it next to whey, it same punching power. It is what it is. We're the only ones doing it. I would have thought somebody would have tried to hop on the bandwagon by now, but they haven't yet. A lot of times people that do plant-based protein, they either don't know it's not a complete amino acid profile or they don't really care. Typically like vegans, you know what I'm saying? It benefits vegans to a high degree, but it was not made for the intention of just being a vegan protein. It's just plant-based, completely sourced, right? But it's a meathead like us. Like this is for meatheads. This is for people that want to be swole. You get swole with planta. That's all I say. Look, I eat once a day and I supplement with planta shakes. I'm not too shabby, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta know, like, you gotta read these ingredients, you know what I'm saying? And do some research to see what this means, what that means, you know? We got a complete amino acid profile, right? I love supplement stores. When I was young, I used to always be in the supplement store, buying my protein, looking at the vitamins and stuff like that. Now we do it. We provide it for people, and we do it to the highest level. Yeah, we're gonna see what she does her first one by herself, so we don't want to just hover over her and, you know, because it'll be like, you know, she'll naturally just kind of be more timid and more quiet if we're right there, so let her just do her thing.
We'll just take a quick nap.
But
what I like to do after having an energy drink is hit a quick nap.
After the energy drink?
Yeah, I drink that. It's a challenge.
To double the energy.
You drink the energy drink and then you take a nap.
Yeah.
So
It marinates
you
in you.
gotta be strong for that.
It marinates in you while you're sleeping, and then when you wake up,
You're ready.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Isn't that great?
I like the packaging better.
Yeah, and it's a new flavor, salted caramel cold brew. And so this is for you guys to try and sample if you need to. This isn't out for everybody to have yet. This is what's next. They'll launch it in June. But it's a new technology, like I mentioned before, that air fermentation, which makes it more pure and controllable and consistent. It's a really great product. So you guys can try that too.
Thank you.
And yeah, just let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think. And
Got it.
I'll
'Cause
be in touch.
I love coffee too. So if it's a really good coffee
Yeah.
flavor,
Yeah.
because coffee flavors are what's in right now.
That's true. All right, Michael, it was great to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Thank you for your
Francesca.
time.
Appreciate you.
Giving you support and everything you need. So I'm gonna give you this little card that has our proteins on them. Obviously, some selling points, but most importantly, my contact information.
Nice.
And I'm just a text away if you need me or a phone call.
Okay.
It's got my information on it, which is a great contact for you because I can answer any questions on the spot if you have a customer that's like indecisive and you don't have an answer, you can text me, call me anytime.
Okay.
So there's like 12 different flavors. The cookies and cream have little chunks of cookie in them, which it's an amazing product. The best thing about this though is it's complete protein. If people come in and they're looking for a complete vegan protein, this is their jam because it's got the 12 amino acids, it's got 20 grams of protein in one scoop. It's just a total meal replacement.
This is the 4th store that we visited today with Francesca. So it's kind of like wrapping up her training day with us to get this chance to take a process, put it in place, and get feedback live so we could tweak it and see how it goes. And also seeing some road bumps, like people are eating lunch, people are having a call to do, people have customers. How do we deal with all that stuff? So it's been good to see all that happen and see her adapting to those things. It's just us all getting dialed in together. And so I think it's been a great first day.
And what's the general goal with like all these store visits?
It's basically to deepen our relationship with Vitamin Shoppe. That's essentially what we're trying to accomplish. That comes across in multiple ways. In the store, the employees and managers knowing about Planta, knowing about Ambrosia. Do they even know what it is and what's special about it? That's in the store. But we also want to work with them and go out of the store. But if you don't have a relationship in store, there's not really a reason for them to want to take you out of the store. So we're starting here, but the goal is in all these communities surrounding all these stores, that when and if the Vitamin Shoppe goes out, the team members at that local store, that we go with them. That's the idea.